All right, guys, this is going to be how to set up an appointment in Follow Up Boss. When you're in your lead, this is just a test lead here. You'll be able to see on the right-hand column where it says appointments. So you're going to click on appointments. So let's say you set up a buyer consultation or a listing consultation or a lender consultation or a property walkthrough, right? Different types of appointments you're going to set up. You will click the plus sign here and it's going to pop the box up right here. So the key thing is make sure that the title of the appointment is relevant so that, because this is what the client's going to see when they get their email or text message alert, they're going to see the title. So if it's a home buying consultation, I'll want to put home buying consultation, and then I want to put in parentheses the client's name. So let's say John Smith and Enrique, PRG. And then I'll put parentheses, right? So I'd want to make sure that this title is descriptive of the appointment because that's what the client will see, and that's also what's going to show up when we're tracking your appointments as well. If it's a listing consultation, right, you would change this to listing consultation. Then you'll want to pick the date, right? So let's say my appointment is next Monday and it's at 6 p.m. You'll do that. And then you're going to want to put the location. Is this an in-person meeting where you're meeting them at the office? So you can put the office address. Or if it's a Zoom meeting or an online meeting through Google Meet, then you will paste the link to the Google Meet here. And I'll show you how to create a Google Meet link in a separate video. But basically, you get your link and you create it and you paste it here. And then the guests that are going to be on that appointment, you're going to want to make sure you add those. So right here, the name of this lead is test lead. So it has test lead here, myself. Let's say I'm going to add my lender, Steve. I could put Steve Torres. Now he's a guest here. If I have a senior agent or somebody else, I can put them as well. The next thing is you want to make sure, this is very important, that you set the type of appointment. So if it's a buyer consultation, a listing consultation, a showing, property walkthrough, a lending consultation, if we're inviting someone to come to our team meeting, this is for like recruiting, you'll want to select it there. So for this one, I'm going to put buyer consultation. The outcome, that's something that we're going to fill out later after the appointment happens. Then we will go back and update the appointment on what happened. Was it a no-show? Was it rescheduled? Did you meet them? You're still working on it. Did you meet them and you signed them up as a buyer? Did you meet them and sign a listing? Maybe they're not qualified. Maybe you got a loan app, right? So that's where you can put the details there after the appointment happens. Here's where you can put some notes here, right? You can put a message. You can paste, the link again to the Google Meet. You can paste it there. Any special instructions, right? And then what's really important also is that you click this little send invitation email and text reminder. By you clicking that, it's going to send them an email, and the email they'll see is basically this title reminding them for the appointment, and then they'll get a text message like an hour before the meeting as a reminder as well, and it'll say, hey, reminder, we have this coming up at 6 p.m. So anytime you book any sort of appointment to meet with a client, you're going to want to use the appointment here, and you want to create that appointment. So if I create it here, you see now I created it. Now that appointment shows up here on the right-hand side, and it's tracked here for appointments. Now, do not confuse appointments with tasks. Tasks are more like reminders for you to do something, right? If you got to make a follow-up call, or if you got to send out an email, that you don't want to schedule that as an appointment. You don't want to schedule that as an appointment. You want to schedule that as a task, right? And you should use tasks sparingly, right? If you're using Follow Up Boss correctly with the smart lists and stuff like that, that'll automatically tell you who to follow up with. But let's say this client specifically tells you to call them back tomorrow at 2 p.m. So you can say call back. I'll log a call. You could even assign it to somebody, myself or somebody else. And then let's say I'm going to call them back Monday at a specific time at